DJ committed suicide on yesterday by placing a gun to his head, with all intentionality of closing out his life. The day before, he and his wife taped a video of the two of them dancing, singing, and seemingly enjoying life. The day after, 3 children are without a husband, without a father, and 1 woman is without a husband. Countless more are without a friend. There are a whole lot of people who are dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety, struggling and wrangling through the pressures of life. In the words of Good Times, just trying to keep their head over water. Temporary layoffs, but still trying to have a good time. I pray this morning in earnest for those of you who feel like you are stretched to your core, have come to the end of your rope, are really dangling on the fringes of life, just trying to keep it together. Somebody forwarded me DJ Twins dancing. Immediately I was triggered and curious as to how many people dance in church but are still depressed. How many people are dancing in the club? I feel like the bottom has pulled out from them. Jesus said, I came that you might have life, and not just have life, but that you would have life more abundantly. Good day to all of you. Ask that you'll please text your friends, your family, or your loved ones, because the Lord stirred something in my spirit that I wanted to download to each of you on this day. Charles Spurgeon, one of my favorite theologues, said something. God had one son without sin, but he has no sons without trial. Can I give that to you again? It's not mine. Charles Spurgeon said this. God had only one son without sin, but he's had absolutely no sons without trial. Think it not strange. And there's getting ready to be for all of us what God has planted as an amazing opportunity for those who are dealing with opposition. An amazing opportunity is coming for those who are dealing with opposition. And so for those of you who are dealing with opposition, your child is dealing with opposition. Your best friend is dealing with opposition. Your spouse is dealing with opposition. Your sibling is dealing with opposition. God of Israel awakened me out of sleep to give you 4 acute things of what you need to do when you're dealing with opposition. 4 things you have to do when you're dealing with opposition. Number 1, I'm drafting somebody in the comments to write this down. The 4 things you do when you're dealing with opposition. Number 1 is, hear this, is I want you to stand back. Stand back. When you are being opposed, stand back. I want you to stand back and look at what is happening. Look at why it is happening. I need you to stand back. Don't get so into it that you don't take a stand back and consider. Am I being opposed because They don't like the idea, or they do not like the individual who is bringing the idea. Stand back. Look at it. Why is this happening now? Am I a threat to the status quo? Does, here it is, my lack of experience pull into question their seasoning? Stand back. Why is this happening in this season of my life? Is God trying to keep me humble, so I do not for a moment think that this is all about me? Stand back. The enemy does not want this to go forward. For what reason? Stand back. Number two, here, this is going to be very hard, but I'm trying to help you. When you're dealing with opposition, first thing I need you to do is stand back. Number two is stand in their shoes. My presence, my idea, my concept, what does this do for them? My success will threaten their mediocrity. Stand in their shoes. The reality is, if you weren't you, you'd be mad with you. If you weren't who you are, you would have a problem with what you represent. Here you come, without years of their tenure, years of their experience, and in one fell swoop, you're getting ready to upset the apple cart. Stand in their shoes. Oh, I can see. I can see why they'd be mad with this. I'm getting all the attention. I don't even have a degree. I wasn't even coming after their job. Stand in their shoes. They actually thought they had mastered and had a monopoly until your arrival, until you opened your mouth, until you conceptualize a completely different way. Stand back, number one. Stand, number two, stand in their shoes. Number three, I'm telling you, this is getting ready to help you. This is the art of war 2.0. Stand to the side. Stand to their side. Hear what I said. Stand to their side. When you're birthing ideas, birthing concepts, articulating dreams, don't use the word I. Use we. Use us. Use our. Joseph had an amazing dream till they threw him in the pit, threw him in jail. When he got out of the pit, got out of the jail, he never talks about his dream again. Here on out, he starts, here it is, translating other people's dreams. Yeah, go in the office today. I'm talking about, I got to get this done. I'm trying to do this. Begin articulating your vision in collective language. We gonna change the game. Lord, can you imagine how this is going to help our department? They're gonna be mad with us. Abraham Lincoln says success has many fathers, but failure is always an orphan. Success has many fathers, but failure is always an orphan. Everybody wants to claim the success, and everybody will abandon the failure. What to do when you're dealing with opposition? Number one, stand back. Number two, stand in their shoes. Number three, stand, here it is, stand to their side. Number four, step on their toes. Step on their toes. It's people who are going to be mad anyway. Don't even waste your energy or your breath trying to convince somebody to go a different route. If they don't want to go, leave them. I'm telling you, jump on them. Stand on their toes. If I perish, let me perish. But I'm going. Stand on their toes. Watch me win without you. Stand on their toes. Ladies and gentlemen, when it is that you begin to think outside of the box, dream in a different space, dance to the beat of another rhythm. I don't know what it is that has made favor spoil and delude you into believing everybody is supposed to be with you. If God be for you, who can be against you? I just stand back this week because there are so many people who are riled up. I've never in my entire ministry gotten so much hate mail. In my entire ministry, I never got so much condemnation. In my entire ministry, I have never, ever, ever gotten so many questions on my theology and biblical knowledge from people who are not biblically trained. I had to ask myself, when it is that I saw DJ Twit take his own life, if I had not been bathed in the grace of God, if in fact I did not have any real spiritual stamina, if my self-esteem was built around the affirmation, I need you all to hear this, of strangers, if my identity swung in the pendulum of the consent of people who didn't call me. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be on the edge of a bridge. Can you imagine what must be happening in the mind of a preacher who has more views preaching against Jamal Bryant than preaching for Jesus Christ? Your greatest sermon is against another preacher, but your greatest gospel has never been heard about God. Your opposition has got to be critiqued. My sister said something to me years ago. She said, Jamal, online, never fight with anybody who's got less followers than you, because you'll build them a platform. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine me expending energy on people who want to fight an out-of-the-box concept whose ministry is in a box known as a coffin? I can't do it. I must work the works of him who sent me. This is a defining hour that Christianity has become so coddled that we believe our anointing comes with public affirmation. Every biblical prophet who is above or different from the grain of the culture had to go into stadiums with lions. And now I've got to go fight people with no fellowship. The devil is alive. The basis of what it is that we do cannot be contingent on the affirmation of a blog. I want to pray. I want to pray for those of you who are facing opposition. Those of you who have to deal with people who have a difference of opinion. I ask that you would pray for me in the exact same way. Good and gracious God, I thank you that what it is that your son and your daughter is going through at this moment is not a surprise to you. Thank you, dear Lord, that when it is that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went against the grain of the culture, you never spared them from going in the furnace. Your grace was to pull them out of it. Thank you, dear Lord, that when Daniel broke the law and prayed in public, you never blocked him from going in the lion's den, but you brought him out unscathed. Lord, your only begotten son cried out to you in the Garden of Gethsemane. Lord, if you will, let this cup pass from my mouth. And Lord, you wouldn't. You didn't let the cup pass, and nor did you let him bypass the cross. But what you did was allow him to dangle there for 3 hours, then lay in the grave for 3 days, and then brought him up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am praying to the God who delivers backwards. I pray now for every single one of you who are feeling the push of opposition against your marriage, against your family, against your business, about your concept. I am telling you that God is listening because we are calling. Lord, I pray for those who are feeling the weight, who are feeling the burden, who are feeling the push, and are feeling the crush. I pray that you will deliver them from evil. For thine is the kingdom. For thine is the power. For thine is the glory. Amen. Your opposition is going to open up an amazing opportunity. I pray that today you will not become weary in well-doing, for in due season you will reap if you faint not. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are dealing with opposition and believe that God is going to open a major opportunity, here's what I want for you to do. I want you right now to sow a seed into New Birth. I want you to do it into New Birth. Go to our website, newbirth.org, push pay, Givelify, text to give, mail it in, a seed of $28. $28. Those of you, it's easier for you to maneuver and to navigate on a Cash App. Go to Crown Prince 07, Crown Prince 07, seed of $28. God is going to open up an amazing opportunity in the face of your opposition. I can't wait to see what it looks like and how it fares. Pray for me, because I'm getting ready to step on the toes of my enemies. We're going to talk to 1.1 million people on the Get Up with Erica Campbell morning show in 10 minutes. Meet me over there. I got something to say. I'm expending absolutely no energy on my opposition. All I'm going to do is wait for God to open up a big opportunity. Come on, let's let God get all the glory in the face of your opposition. Stand back, stand in their shoes, stand to their side, and then step on their toes. Your pastor loves you, and there's nothing that they can do about it. God bless you.